Hello everyone, this is L5 and welcome to the Government Central Toy Review. And today's audio we're looking at the 2009 release by Hasbro of the G.I. Joe celebrating the 35th anniversary action figure review. And today's action figure review we're looking at the Hall Heroes line figure number 7 of the Cobra Elite Trooper, the Crimson Guard. Now I got this straight from a local toy shop near my area for 30 ringgit. Retail pricing being sold in toy stores while back in 2009 was 39 ringgit and 90 cents, but in 2010 the price jacked up to 50 ringgit, and after that, when no one wants to buy, well, there's not a lot of G.I. Joe fans in Malaysia anyway, when not a lot of people started to buy the Crimson Guard figure, so they reduced the price significantly. Now let's take a look at the front portion of the packaging itself. This is the Hall Heroes line, so the packaging is a little bit different compared to the normal 25th anniversary style packaging. First off, we still have the G.I. Joe logo on the top section of the packaging, but below the logo itself we have the word sentence Hall of Heroes with 2 stars on each side, and the fonts and stars are all in gold font lettering. Very interesting. Side of the packaging itself is also all in gold, as you can see there. Now inside the plastic bubble behind the figure, of course, is also in gold wallpaper. Very interesting. Now on one corner here we have a nicer artwork of the Crimson Guard, which bears similarity to the 1985 release of the carded Crimson Guard packaging. The artwork looks very nice, just like the 1985 version. Inside the plastic bubble we have the figure. Next to him is the helmet. Below him is the backpack. On one side here we have the smaller pistol, and below the pistol is the assault rifle with the bayonet. Behind the figure is the gold base stand. Now let's take a look at the back portion of the packaging. Here we have the entire lineup for the Hall Heroes line. There's a total of 10 figures, and at the bottom there we have the file card for the Crimson Guard, stating above here Cobra Elite Trooper, codename Crimson Guard. Here we have a nicer image of the Crimson Guard himself. File name Top Secret, primary military specialty Undercover Espionage, secondary military specialty Accounting, birthplace various countries. Now in the smaller write-ups it stated the Crimson Guard are the elite shock troops of the Cobra Legions, or CGs, must hold a degree in either law or accounting and must be in top physical condition. Final stages of training takes place in the deepest recesses of Cobra headquarters and are purported to involve an initiation ceremony too hideous to describe, which we never, well, get to see in the comics on how horrible or how hideous the initiation ceremony will be for the Crimson Guard. Well, at least for me, I'm pretty curious about it. Now at the bottom it stated Crimson Guard troopers are too precious to be wasted on the conventional battlefield. They are dispersed about the country in deep cover, assuming apparently normal appearances and lifestyles. Watch out, that friendly new neighbor of yours might have a red uniform hanging in his closet. Really nice. So without further ado, let's open up this packaging so we can molest the figure. Be right back. And we're back after doing the figure and the rest of the stuff off from the packaging. Now let's take a look at the Crimson Guard's accessories, starting off with the base stand. Now it comes with a nice Cobra base stand with a nice Cobra logo on the top with a single peg for the figure to stand on. Now instead of a black base stand, as found for the 35th anniversary packaging, for the Hall Heroes line they package with the Hall Heroes figures with a gold base stand. Well, basically it's a dull gold plastic material color, but painted gold at the top. Now instead of white fonts being used for the nameplate itself, it uses black fonts instead, stating their codename Crimson Guard. Very nice. Back portion of the base stand, bottom section there stated at 2007 Hasbro, made in China. Now let's take a look at the Crimson Guard's accessories. Now he doesn't come with a lot of accessories, but decent amount for the Crimson Guard. Comes with a smaller Colt pistol here. The mold is nothing new, it's the same mold that's found in the single carded version of the Crimson Guard. Entire pistol here is made of black plastic material color with no paint job at all. Got a nice handle, the finger guard there, the barrel, the targeting sight at the near end of the barrel, and also the revolving chamber found in the middle of the body. Now the figure can hold the pistol in either side of the hand with no problem. However, by storing the pistol, you need to store it on the left-sided tie of the gun holster. Now the problem is that when you place the pistol like so, it doesn't actually stay on very well. It's very loose, as you can see there, and if you tilt the entire figure upside down, it will fall off from the figure, which happened to one of my Crimson Guard figures that actually lost one of the pistol due to when I tilted upside down accidentally. Now here we have an assault rifle with a bayonet. The entire thing is made of a black plastic material color and the blade is painted in silver. Now the assault rifle bears resemblance to the single carded version, but the single carded version, this is the comic pack version, not the single carded version, but is wielding the assault rifle found in the single carded version. As you can see, they are quite different in design. Let's remove this. As you can see now, the bottom section is the Horror Heroes version, and the top section here is the single carded version. Now the top section would include a scope, extra handle, and extra bits of other stuff as well. But for the Horror Heroes version, the stock is different. So does the handle, the magazine size. There is no scope. There's no secondary handle as well. As you can see, quite different in mode change. So it's quite nicely done. Then we have his backpack, and on the other side of the backpack is all hollowed out, and you can see it's actually made of a red plastic material color, but painted in a metallic red paint job with silver painted rivets, and also a small little Cobra logo on this section here. And the mold is nothing new, it came from the single color version. And finally, we have his helmet, which originally came from the comic pack of the Crimson Guard with the scarred Cobra officer. Now the funny thing about this helmet here is actually made of a flesh tone. As you can see, the flesh tone plastic material color there, but painted with a metallic paint job. And the face mask is painted in black, and the visor and the logo on the top is painted in silver. However, the paint job is not really well done because some of the red paint managed to smear onto the face mask there. Still very nicely done with the red paint job of a metallic red paint job there. Now let's take a look at the figure's paint job. Now majority of the parts that you see here, the red parts there are all red plastic material color. Bottom section of the legs itself, just below the knees, the black portion of the boots are not painted at all, just pure black plastic material color. So does the gloves as well, and also the flaps on the shoulders, they are all made of a black material plastic color. The flesh tone skin is also made of a flesh tone plastic material color. So there's a very little amount of paint job being involved for the figure, but they actually painted the details quite nicely done. The hair is painted with a very dull looking blonde hair color. Eyes is painted in, the pupils are painted in black, so does the eyebrow a little bit. The torso there, as you can see, the neck joint is painted in a flesh tone color, very nice. The two flaps on the shoulders are painted in silver, and so does this that's hanging on the shoulder itself. Originally for the Crimson Guard itself is in gold, or at least dull gold. This one is in silver. Now bottom section of the sleeve itself is painted in silver as well, but the paint job starts to wear off. Here it's also painted as well, very nice, in silver logo as well. All the buttons are painted in silver, belt buckle as well, Cobra logo, the eagle medal, and also he has a smaller medal with 3 different colors. As you can see, blue, red, and and I don't think there's a different third color. I think it should be another red. It's really hard to tell because the colors is fading off a little bit. As you can see, the back portion, side of the pants is painted with silver linings, very nice. All the buttons are painted in silver as well, and the heel there is painted in silver, very nice. Now let's take a look at the figures mold. The figures mold is nothing new. This is exactly the same mold as the Crimson Guard of the comic pack. As you can see that the body is actually from the single carded body, but the head actually came from the comic pack itself. As you can see that, basically the same mold with no changes at all. So let's take a look at the figure's articulation. The head can pivot upwards, downwards, side to side, and turn 360 degrees. Torso can move forward a little bit, back a little bit. Cannot go side to side, but can turn 360 degrees. Shoulder joints here can turn 360 degrees and lift the arms this high. Elbow joint can bend this far, back a little bit, and turn 360 degrees a little bit, because it's being hindered a little bit by this part here, the excess plastic. Wrist joint is a shoulder joint that turns 360 degrees. Hip joints can move forward, back, and to the sides. And double jointed knee that bends this far, and ankle joint that pivots downwards, upwards, and turn 360 degrees. Now let's fully equip the Crimson Guard with all the accessories, starting off with the backpack itself, the helmet, the assault rifle, and the smaller pistol. Now let's place him with the base stand itself. There you go. Overall, the figure does look very nicely done, especially the helmet, but I really wish that the uniform is also quite shiny as well, with the same kind of paint job for the helmet and the backpack, because it looked like two different reds being placed onto the figure itself. And if you compare to the comic pack version, the colors are very consistent. There's one singular red going on, but for the horror heroes there are two types of red going on, and it looked kind of, well, inconsistent. I really like the new assault rifle for the horror heroes version for the Crimson Guard, but I really wish they actually fixed the holster to place the smaller pistol, because it's still the same problem. Furthermore, for the horror heroes line itself, it's basically buying a comic pack version of the Crimson Guard with a metallic paint job on the helmet and the backpack with a different assault rifle. So it's not really that worth it to get the horror heroes version unless you really wanted to collect as much of the removable helm of the Crimson Guard. You might as well get the comic pack instead. So overall, if I want to give a rating of this, I say I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Yes, 5 out of 10 for the Horror Heroes version of the Crimson Guard. And thank you all for watching. This is Lucy05 and I'm signing off.